Hi, my name is Larry. I want to get comfortable in front of the camera, so I will be talking in front of the camera. I'd like to tell you a little bit about myself or what's happening in my life currently. I'm surrounded by passionate artists who are super enthused with the future, and we're building a project to revolutionize, I believe, society and the way we live. It's got so much potential that we believe, or I believe firmly, that there's a chance for us to win a Nobel Prize for the positive impact it will have on each and every individual in our society. Being an artist, being employed, being a business owner, business operator, or unemployed, homeowner, homeless, without discrimination. These tools will help to serve you to better your and our lives as we empower each individual with tech tools that may be needed for us to take it to the next level, another level, a higher level, a level of respect, of humanity, of love, creation, ultimately, where dreams, all dreams, do come true.
What are we asking for?
We are asking for the life that we have lost. If religions can have their own livelihoods the way they want to have, why can't we, as the creators of our own lives? Let the creators create and live by their own way. We are just defining creators by telling that these guys are introverts and extroverts. We never know inside their brain what's happening. From the small room of a small box, they might be having a dream of an entire universe inside a small head. It's all just perspective. If we remove that perspective bias,
So how to bring the life that one has lost with this system?
so back when I think I was small, there was a movie. So in that movie, what I saw, there was a scene. In that scene, that the main hero was actually being an assistant, not an AI assistant, a human assistant, one of the professional. And through that, he was actually doing the same thing which Larry is actually doing. Making notes about how this professional does his work, like a human empowered assistant. In the physical space, we do not need the requirement to have a human assistant. In virtual space, you will require a human to be an assistant there. So that's the second role. First one was the moderator, second one is an assistant role inside the virtual space. Which brings us to the second choice. Choice one was to be moderator, to fix problems, fix spaces, make it work. Second one is to have a human assistant. In the physical way, it's fine to have an AI assistant, but when we are inside the AI's world, means the virtual space is where they came from. We do not need AI over there. We can empower human beings.
What's the roles of the assistants? If the moderators are there to fix spaces.
In the pre-production phase of filmmaking, key steps include script breakdown and scheduling, budgeting, assembling your team of department heads, creating a detailed checklist, and hosting a production meeting to assign tasks and address challenges. These elements are crucial in setting the stage for a successful production. To begin the pre-production phase of your film, start by developing a solid script. This is the foundation of your project and sets the tone for everything that follows. Focus on creating a compelling story with well-developed characters and engaging dialogue. You're welcome. Is there anything else you'd like to know or discuss about your film idea? Is there anything else you would like to know? I'm sorry, I didn't understand. Could you please rephrase your question, or let me know if there's anything else you'd like to know?
We do not have human beings. We already have enough unemployed humans being Larry in this whole world to just get exposure to this kind of life, because we are doing some kind of interconnection.
So there's an integration.
Integration also, yeah. It's integration, interconnected integration.
Mm-hmm. On many different levels.
They can drive wherever you want with your passenger, which is going to be at the back of the seat. I can do Uber just sitting at my headset at my home. Wouldn't it be great, Larry? You are an Uber driver and you don't need to take your car out. You are saving your fuel. You are saving your time also by not starting the engine or maybe waiting for the engine to start and then you are going to the place. Because you can do the same thing within the virtual space.
What we're discussing is that the opening experience of a person who is experiencing this virtual reality will find themselves in a theater, virtual theater, that will be underground of the digital city that is overhead, which is Sudbury in this case. And in this virtual theater, the viewer, the user will come into the theater, will be able to watch a film in its entirety. And after the end of the film, or during the film, the viewer, if it's curious enough, has the possibility of going through the screen into the film and find itself on set and watch the film from within the film and find itself be a character in the film. Once the film is done, then we're discussing that the user goes to the exit. At the exit, there's an elevator that will bring the user, the VR users, together as a group to go up to the top. And to the top will be ground level, where a virtual taxi will be awaiting them,
Even a bus can be there.
or a bus or a limousine or whatever vehicle. In this case, will be a Volvo, black Volvo. 2002, which happens to be in one of the films that we're promoting, and I'm super excited to be part of, Bruce Peninsula. So the Volvo that was used in that car will be there to greet and drive people around in the city, asking them where they want to go, what they want to do. This driver can be employed or will be volunteered, but
Initially volunteer, later on employed.
because that's what I think we should, is to employ individuals that will act as tour guides, as taxi drivers, as guides in a virtual world that may be something that we haven't seen yet. Almost like we can almost see them as a guide, as guiding people into the VR world. That they're not just drivers, but they're actually helping people to acclimatize.
Question of the curiosity about
Well, to make them comfortable in this VR world, because some people might find it troubling and then people could maybe help them and say this is normal. You might get motion sickness. This is a possibility. And there might be questions that the user might have that we'll be able to ask live, a real person that may be anywhere in the world, in the comfort of their home or a cafe, that will be able to interact from distance in a closed setting, in a virtual closed setting. Now, what we've done also is we've reached out to three companies. Two of them have reached out to us, and ourselves, our headquarters. There's three organizations: Sudbury Films, with the headquarters with Scriptfest, and Cup of Joe with Betty Ann, and Chris and Scott with Doc's Bike Shop. So we have three organizations, businesses. We've created flagpoles above the headquarters or their business of operations, where their logo is high above the city line, where people from a distance can see where Cup of Joe is located, and they can fly to or drive to. Yeah, after coming out, we just presented to the theater, and it took us 2 months to do, and we right at the last minute we uploaded it to our headsets, and we presented it. And I kind of want to go through it with you and see how you felt about it and document a bit the situation,
Yeah, why not?
because we're pretty excited about it.
Yeah, we managed to present to ourselves also.
That's
That's the
there.
biggest thing.
Okay, guys,
Sure.
we're live.
Yeah, let's go. What's up, folks? And video game, folks. Coming virtual reality.